Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Core Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got an exciting one for you. Commanders that make the graveyard feel like a second hand. So much insane extra free value. Let's jump into it. First up, let's start off with a very interesting one with Tasigur the Golden Fang. Now, my Tasigur deck initially was a Villainous Wealth deck, and I absolutely love it, but one of the hidden things about Tasigur that is really not that hidden, it's on the card itself, is that this is a graveyard mastermind. A 4/5 human shaman for 6 mana in black, but it is, well, a Sultai commander. It's got Delve, so it's going to be really cheap to cast again and again and again. For 4 mana in total in Simic, mill 2 cards that return a non-land card of an opponent's choice from your graveyard back to your hand. Here's the thing. With this one, of course, you can, again, with that Delve and with other resources as well that can curate your graveyard, kind of force opponents into the decision you want them to make when it comes to giving you something back. Or again, you can politic, you can wheel and deal. You can make it so that your graveyard, again, becomes that second hand. Gives you that additional resource value. You can make deals here and there. Or again, you can curate and force opponents to make the decision that you want, making it so that you can keep getting back the same cards again and again and again, while also getting all that juicy value from milling too. Moving on, Sedris the Traitor King. Such a fun commander, an insanely powerful commander as well. A 5/5 zombie warrior for 6 mana in Grixis. Each creature card in your graveyard's got unearthed for 3 mana in black. That basically means that you return the card back to play, it gets haste, and it gets exiled at the end of the turn, or if it would leave play, essentially, unearth only at sorcery speed. Here's the thing with this one again. Now, basically, all those creatures in your graveyard, basically are just like, hey, yeah, come right back out. Yeah, here you go. 3 mana. It doesn't matter what the cost of the creature is. It can be 10 plus mana. Doesn't matter. You're paying 3. You're getting it back out. Whatever ETBs you're getting, whatever LTBs you're getting, whatever attack triggers you're getting. And of course, yeah, I mean, you're going to be attacking or, activating a massive ability or whatnot with those creatures. Here's the thing with this as well. Yes, you do lose out on that creature at the end. Yes, you still can essentially, well, take advantage of it in different ways, though. Of course, there are ways that you can clone that creature to then keep that clone in play permanently. Or you've got ways to maybe, I don't know, end the turn, Sundial the Infinite style, to make it so that you actually get to keep those creatures too. There's some really crazy, insane things that you can do, but basically this is, hey, your creatures are always a resource out of your graveyard, and again, a very cheap and reusable resource at that. Next up, the queen of the graveyard, though, Muldrotha the Gravetide. A commander that way back in the day definitely took over commander, and I believe was the most popular commander for quite some time, for a while. Still a very popular commander these days. That being said, 6/6 elemental avatar for 6 mana in Sultai. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a permanent spell of each permanent type from your graveyard. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely insane. This is basically, like, literally the commander just prints on, like, your graveyard is also your hand. Basically is what it is. Now, there is a restriction. Yes, sure, okay. Each time, you're playing, all right, you get to pick, okay, what permanent type, if it's got multiple permanent types, so it's like, yeah, okay, play a land, cool, all right. Or this is like an artifact enchantment, okay, I pick enchantment, or, artifact creature, whatever it is, sure. You only get one of each. That being said, it's still an insane amount of value, and of course, with a commander like this, you can really take advantage of, well, replaying certain things. You're like, oh yeah, I sacrificed this creature with the Sedris here, get it back in my graveyard, replay it so I can get its ETB again. You can do so many crazy, amazing things with this. One, again, your graveyard literally is just an extension of your hand. Pick it up, build around it. A lot of really cool builds, including, well, the one on this channel. Make sure you check that out. Next up, again, talking about the OG kind of commanders that really took over. Yeah, Meren of Toth most definitely did. A 3/4 human shaman for 4 mana in Golgari. Whenever the creature you control dies, you get an experience counter. You give your end step, choose target creature card in your graveyard. If that card's mana value is less than or equal to the number of experience counters you have, bring it back to the battlefield. Otherwise, put it in your hand. Yeah, this is one where it says, hey, you know what we're going to be doing? Well, we are going to be getting so many experience counters that our opponent's heads will spin. Of course, we also have a lot of ways to proliferate as well to make sure that we get to that, well, cruel threshold, essentially, of experience counters that it doesn't really matter. Obviously, getting free creatures back to our hand is lovely, but also just getting them back into play is just cheaty fun times awesomeness. Being able to go, hey, you know what? Yeah, you come back into play again. Whatever ETB I get out of you, LTB, whatever kind of triggers I'm getting, or just having a big, beefy, amazing creature in play to dominate my opponents. Yeah, Meren of Toth is a great way to turn your graveyard into a second hand, and a free hand in some ways, when it comes to creatures. Next up, another commander that deals with, well, bringing creatures back and other things back too. Tayam, Luminous, Enigma. This one is so much fun. 3/3 Nightmare Beast for 4 mana and Abzan. Each other creature you control enters the battlefield. Additional Vigilance counter on it by paying 3. Move 3 counters from among creatures you control up with the top of your cards from your library in your graveyard. They return a permanent card, converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard back to the battlefield. Yeah, this is one where you are, again, paying a cost to bring things back. But actually, sometimes that cost is actually a good thing where it's like, oh yeah, like undying creatures, persist creatures. I'm actually removing counters that I want removed, essentially, and being able to just go, okay, cool, yeah, let's bring things back. Yeah, you can just bring back permanents again and again and again and again and again. It is such a fun commander when it comes to value, when it comes to utilizing that graveyard as a resource again, a specific graveyard again of permanents that cost 3 or less, sure, but again, when you build your deck in that way, you can have some amazing turns, even some broken turns as well with this. Next up, one that utilizes the graveyard as a second hand in a different way, Mairsil the Pretender, a 4/4 human wizard for 4 mana in Grixis. Enters the battlefield and exile an artifact or creature card from your hand or graveyard, put a cage counter on it. Mairsil the Pretender is all activated abilities of all cards you own in exile that cage counters on them. Activate each of the abilities only once each turn. This is a crazy, insane, amazing, very specific, very unique commander. This is one that essentially says what we're going to be doing is utilizing, well, our hand and yes, our graveyard to mold our commander into something entirely new, to give it all these abilities. Yeah, it's really fun, really amazing. If you've never tried it out, please try it out. It is so much fun. But yeah, basically, again, your graveyard becomes an encyclopedia for your commander. Again, when this ETBs, you go, hey, yeah, that artifact or creature goes away now, essentially out of my graveyard. It's in exile forever. They cage counter on it, and my commander gets that ability that it had, or the abilities that it had, essentially. So again, your graveyard is that second hand, is that secondary encyclopedic resource for your commander. And you can do some absolutely crazy, bonkers, fun, and broken things too. Yeah, it says activate each and only once each turn, but of course, obviously, if you have anything like Aetherling type abilities to like blink this and then just reset it, you can do things again and again and again. Have fun, pick it up, build around it. It's a blast. And speaking of a blast, Coram the Undertaker is going to just absolutely dominate the board in multiple ways. A 0/5 human warrior for 4 mana in Jund gets plus X with 0 XE Grace power when creature cards in all graveyards. So much fun. Again, the amount of power it can get so easily is just so insane. I mean, you throw like a Lord of Extinction into your graveyard and you're like, oh yeah, cool, awesome. Or, I mean, even like Yargle. Yeah, Yargle and Multani. Yeah, any kind of like an Entomb effect can easily just get you there, or like a milling effect. Or again, if you have an opponent that has a big creature, sure, okay, cool, yeah, let's yeah, Edict effect it, take it out, whatever it is. You get big creatures into graveyards, and all of a sudden this becomes the biggest creature on the board in absolutely no time. One-shot KO status, essentially. On top of that, though, whenever it attacks each player mills that card, cool, add to the graveyard. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a spell from among cards in graveyards that put there from libraries this turn. So you are turning, again, those cards into graveyards, temporarily, sure, temporarily, yes, but into a second hand, again. If you are able to essentially go, hey, you know what? Let's mill now, either on this attack or on other effects as well. You can get access not only your graveyard, but your opponent's as well. And again, that catalog of creatures stays there too. And this one says, hey, what's the biggest? Cool, awesome. Utilizing that power permanently. Next up, Chainer Nightmare Adept. So much fun. 3/2 human minion for 4 mana Interacto. Discard a card. You may cast a creature spell from your graveyard this turn. Activate only once each turn. Whenever a non-tone creature has battlefield under control, if you didn't cast from your hand, it gains haste till the next turn. This is one where it goes, okay, speedy creatures out of nowhere and out of my graveyard again and again and again. Yes, please. Again, you're discarding a card. That might seem like a downside, but again, with a commander like this, you can definitely turn it into an upside, especially since you want to get creatures in your graveyard, yes. But of course, obviously, you're in a color combination that gives you amazing triggers as well for discarding things, which is great. That being said, being able to go, oh yeah, cast a creature spell for my graveyard this turn. Any creature that's in your graveyard. You can discard whatever card. It could be a land, whatever it is. You're still casting, whatever creature you want out of your graveyard. Awesome. And again, it can be like, oh yeah, get into play, amazing ETB, attack with it, whatever, sacrifice, get value, back in my graveyard, and then next turn do it again. And again, and again. Keep in mind that actually, you can actually do this on your opponent's turns as well if you've got creatures that have flash or like a Vidalcan Ori in play. Do keep that in mind. So much extra value to be had. Again, creatures are an amazing resource out of your graveyard. And yeah, you can just go a full creature deck if you really want to be like, yeah, my entire graveyard is a resource for this commander. Moving on, an incredibly underrated commander, which can absolutely decimate your opponents. Again, when it comes to a commander that just has an uncommon symbol on, it's like, oh yeah, it's an uncommon. How powerful can it be? Incredibly powerful. 1/4 Merfolk Wizard. We got Araumi of the Deadtide, 3 mana in Dimir. Tap exile cards from your graveyard equal to the number of opponents you have. Dark creature card in your graveyard gains Encore until your next turn. Well, the Encore cost is equal to its mana cost. Well, so here's what happens with this one, okay? Encoring means that you basically get, to exile a creature to your graveyard, you pay its mana cost, and for each opponent, you get a token that's a copy of an attack the turn of Fable. Gains haste, sacrifice it, sure. So basically, hey, that one creature in your graveyard turns into 3 creatures, which is absolutely crazy, especially when it comes to creatures that have massive ETBs. I mean, just think about Gary, Great Merchant of Asphodel. Yeah, ETB game over, basically. You can have just game ending, just, oh yeah, activate this once. Oh, cool. All the things happen. Awesome, I win. Yeah, this is an absolutely insane commander that turns, again, all those creatures in your graveyard into a second hand, essentially. Kind of like 3 hands in one, though, where it's like, oh yeah, okay. That one creature equals 3 creatures. It is multiplying tables, absolutely crazy town. You can do some really fun things with this one. And finally, an oldie but a goodie, Alesha who smiles at death. So much fun as well. A 3/2 Human Warrior first strike for 3 mana in red, but it is a commander that also has, well, white and black. First strike, when Alesha smiles at death attacks, you may pay white, black, Orzhov, I should say. If you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less, your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. This Mardu commander is one that says, hey, you know what we're going to be doing? Well, I'm going to be very aggressive, I'm going to be attacking, and I'm going to be bringing back creatures that might have a small amount of power, but can have a massive amount of toughness, or just can have amazing ETBs, or LTBs, or triggers, again and again and again. Again, this is on an attack trigger. Of course, you are in a color combination that has a lot of ways to get extra combats. I mean, you're in red. So yeah, attacking multiple times, you can do this multiple times. There's crazy, broken, insane things you can do. And just being able to bring back those creatures that, again, have those amazing ETBs, have those amazing LTBs, have those broken things that they can do. You can do some really fun, amazing things with this one. And with that, this episode is come to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.